Did you know that you can ask questions that can support and enhance students' reading comprehension abilities? That's coming up in this video. Hi everyone, I'm Lee Hall from Literacy Teachers, and I'm all about giving you the tools you need to inspire, motivate, and change how your students read and write for academic success. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you get notifications because I put out new videos each week. So today we're going to be talking about a particular kind of comprehension strategy that you can use to enhance your students' reading comprehension, and it focuses on asking strategic questions. Now, you're all very familiar with asking questions, particularly as it relates to reading text. Is really common, and having students answer questions about text is important. But the thing to know is that the typical model that most of us are used to is we have students read and then we ask them questions, and we're asking them questions to assess how well they comprehend specific things. So the purpose usually of the questions that we ask students is so that we can understand their comprehension, right? So, for example, you might ask a student, what is an ecosystem? And your goal behind asking them what is an ecosystem is to figure out how well they understand that definition, right? Did they, or even to assess if they read at all, right? Because maybe they don't understand because they didn't read what you assigned for them to read, or maybe they did, but there was some confusion. So it helps you understand how well they comprehended something. And that's important. And you don't want to get rid of that. What I want you to do is understand that that is one type of questioning, questioning for assessment, okay? What I want us to do in this video is to flip this and think about how we can write comprehension questions that support comprehension, that help students make meaning, okay, of what they're reading. So how do you do that, all right? So here is a typical example of the kind of question that we get at assessing, right? Assessing how well students comprehended something. So a little bit of background. I recently was at Rocky Mountain National Park. So when I was there, I got to see lots of marmots. And so if I was having students read about marmots or about Rocky Mountain National Park and the, let's say the animals that live there, a typical question that I might ask would be, what is an interesting fact about a marmot? Okay. And what that's doing is telling me, hey, did the student read this piece that I assigned on animals in the park? And are they able to identify and pull out an interesting fact about this particular animal? Okay. That is an old way I would write a question for assessing. Okay. How can I flip that and write a question that's about supporting comprehension? Okay. Well, what I would do then is say, okay, think of an unusual animal that you have read about or seen. How is it similar to or different from the marmot? Okay, so that's getting at both. What I'm doing here is I'm asking students to activate their background knowledge and think about an unusual animal. It doesn't matter if I think the animal is unusual, just them. What's a different animal, right? Something that you think we don't all see every day or might not know a lot about, okay? And think about what you know about it, okay? It could be something you've read about, something you've seen on TV, something you've seen in real life, doesn't matter, but we're activating their background knowledge. Now, think about that in relation to this piece of text that we're reading, okay? And we're reading stuff about the marmot. So how is that similar to or different from the marmot? Now, what the student is doing is thinking, well, what did I learn about the marmot? They might have to go back and reread, and that's fine, okay? And then they think, okay, well, here's what I know about the marmot. Here's what I know about this other animal. Okay, here are some of the similarities and differences between the two. And now what they're doing is they're making meaning. They are piecing together some new understandings about marmots, right? Which might be probably a new type of animal for them. And something that they already know, an animal that they already know from their own personal life experience a bit about. And now they are creating meaning, all right? And so that is an example of how you can use strategic questioning to help students comprehend and create meaning from text. All right, so thanks for watching. And, if you would like more tips on how to improve your literacy instruction, how to help students comprehend text better, any number of things about helping your students and about helping your students inspire them, motivate them, change how they read and write for academic success. I have an email list. It's in the show notes, so you can click on that, sign up, and you will get weekly tips and updates to help you improve your classroom literacy instruction.